Most likewise blessed. Welcome back to another Shalom. Welcome back to another edition of Cooking with Maccabees. Now, today on the menu, what we have is pumpkin rice, or we in the Caribbeans like to call it seasoned rice. Right. So basically, what's a seasoned rice? What's a pumpkin rice? Basically, what we're going to do, we're going to flavor the rice with a particular vegetable, which we're going to use today, pumpkin. All right. There's other ingredients we put into it to give it a nice flavor. It's not just only going to be taste of the pumpkin. There will be, in my recipe, you'll taste the tomato, you'll taste the thyme, the bay leaf, you'll taste the onions, you'll taste the vegetable stock that's in it, and this seasoned rice, hopefully, you would like, and then you will try it at home. All right. Now we're gonna go over to the ingredients. All right. This is very easy to do because everything is prepped and ready. But I'm gonna show you that it's just everything just put together in a pot and water, and we start and cook. All right. So have a look over here at the ingredients. Here we go. As you can see, I've got my ingredients over here for my seasoned rice. It's just that straightforward, right? I've got my pumpkin here, which I dice. Now the reason why I dice it is because I've diced some smaller and some bigger, right? Because when you put everything in the pot and it's steaming and the flavor, the pumpkin starts to cook, it'll start to break apart in the water, and then the pumpkin will infuse the water. All right, some of the pumpkin will remain whole and some will be melt off into the rice. That's what I want. I want when you go into your seasoned rice, you can actually see pumpkin. You can see that the rice is taking the color of the puree or the dissolved pumpkin into the rice. All right. So I start off with my pumpkin. I'm going to put it in a pot there. Put everything there. And I've got diced onions. Put onto that. I've got a rosemary. And I've got thyme. And it's in. I've got a bay leaf. All in. I've got a bit of fresh ginger that is peeled. This is the amount I want. It's roughly when you dice it, it's a teaspoon of fresh ginger goes in. 1 clove of garlic in. I've got my vegetable bouillon here goes in. I've got my tomato paste right here that goes in. Right, and what I'm gonna do now, as you can see, I have my rice here. Right, I'm making enough for 2. That's like 200 grams of rice. Now, when you're cooking rice, right, because you want to make sure your rice is submerged under your water, especially when you're cooking it on the top. When you're cooking it on the top of your stove, you want your water to be, the rice to be submerged. You want the water to be at least an inch and a half above the rice, right? So because you want that flaky rice. You don't want that soft mushy rice. The rice I'm using here is Basmati, right? But we in the Caribbean, we like to use the long grain. So use whatever rice you've got in the cupboard. All right. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my pan and I'm gonna add some water. And that's the amount of water I'm gonna put there. You see the difference? The tomato paste goes into the water. Everything is there. Now one of the key ingredients I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a slice of scotch bonnet. I love using the scotch bonnet. As you guys have seen in my videos before, I love using the scotch bonnet. I like a little bit of kick. Right, so this is how you prepare this. You'll put that on the stove. You'll bring it to the boil, and you'll make it boil slowly until your pumpkin is cooked. All right. So you would then add a pinch of salt, pinch of black pepper, right, and then you put that on to your top, and as soon as the pumpkin is cooked, you would then add your rice. You would then add your rice to that, turn it down, let it cook, put some foil over the pan, right, and let it slowly steam and cook your rice. Okay. Now, earlier what I did was cook one before, and I'm going to show you the end product. Okay, I'm going to show you this end product now. All right, so let's show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay. Shalom. Welcome back. Now we're gonna play out the cook seasoned rice, because like I said, I had one already done to show you the end product. All right. One of the key points in cooking your rice: add a little bit of butter at the end. When you add your rice to the the water mixture, you add a little bit of butter. I add about about 20 grams of butter onto the mixture, and then you steam it. You let it steam slowly. Now, as you can see, I have my bowl here, and one of the key things what I'm going to do is cook my rice. So as you can see, I've got the seasoned rice already done. Look at that. Have a look. So that's one that's already done. Okay. Right. As you can see, it took the color of the pumpkin, and also the tomato paste helped. As you can see, some of the pumpkin is dissolved and some are still whole. Now I'm going to cut my rice. I've got this mold to cut my rice. So when you're serving this, this is how you cup it, because you want that presentation of your rice. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to knock that out, and there you go. That's cupping your rice. That's your seasoned rice. Ready to eat and ready to go. Until next time, see you and another dish. Enjoy. Hope you follow, cook,